Okay, so we have officially just gotten the Metacritic score of Sonic X Shadow Generations, and it is amazing. Obviously, you can go and check yourself, but I just want to be leaving the anticipation for you guys in this video. I'm probably going to put it in the thumbnail, but it's amazing. And today we're going to be checking out the official IGN review, and we're going to be going through the Metacritic score of Sonic X Shadow Generations. Let me just say, AI did not disappoint in predicting the Metascore. If you want to see what I mean by that, check my previous video about 2 videos ago. But yeah, we're going to be going into the IGN review. Before we start this, make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel, and obviously I love all of you. So, and yeah, let's hop into this. So yeah, we've seen this already, Sonic and Shadow.
Since this is a Sonic review, I'll go fast and cut to the chase. Sonic X Shadow Generations is a fantastic combination of one of the Blue Blur's classics,
and I knew this already.
Smartly designed shadow levels designed around
already knew.
And after spending some time with it, has become one of my favorite Sonic games I've ever played.
Good to hear.
Sega and Sonic Team have learned from their recent attempts, Frontiers and Superstars, and
hey, don't you dare put that slack on Frontiers. Don't you dare ever say Frontiers was... I mean, okay, you know what, fine. It was a learning curve. I love Frontiers, it's one of my most favorite games. I give that game a 9 out of 10. But as a learning experience, it definitely does have a lot of faults. So I'm not going to say that. Anyway, let's continue.
The best ideas of those games into a major refresh of a fan favorite. And certainly,
oh, the lighting. Did you see that lighting?
This is his definitive
of the window? Did you see that lighting of the window? It's kind of like Little Big Planet, if you know that game. It's like, you know, when you can see like the silhouette, kind of like Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Sonic X Shadow Generations is remastered from Sonic Generations, which we gave an 8.5 in our review back then. It does have a few new bells and whistles, like the adorable Chow hidden in each 2D and 3D stage, but other than their level designs are mostly unchanged because they hold up just fine.
Because yeah, because they're good games.
Hint, we'll see the return of the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure.
Would have been cool if Sega put the effort to make another Gens level. Like, I don't know, one more level? Because I feel like Gens isn't complete.
If you've never played the original, it's definitely worth experiencing it.
Yeah, Gens is an amazing game.
Sonic
the best game to get into
this
franchise.
Of 2D and 3D gameplay that celebrated what was at the time a 20-year history by curating and recreating some of the best and most iconic Sonic levels that had come before.
Yeah.
Shadow Generations wastes no time showcasing its creativity with multiple.
Oh, it's definitely creative with the fact that it's combining modern and adventure gameplay.
Into fractals and looks like the alternate dimensions we've seen in Doctor Strange or Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love these transitions. These transitions are just a hack to make the game look like visually impressive. Like, if you want to impress the viewers.
Sonic Generations also get a slight but noticeable graphical boost thanks to the current generation of consoles.
No, it doesn't. It looks the same.
And the colors are more vibrant, making enemies, hazards, and springs just a bit more noticeable when you're moving at high speed.
Yeah, a tiny bit.
So, by default, this is the best way to play it, even if the difference isn't night and day.
And I heard mods are going to work on this as well, so very good. Oh, those enemies are really cool.
The real reason you'd want to play Sonic X Shadow Generations
is for Shadow.
The all-new campaign filled with creative reimaginings of Shadow stages from his past appearances throughout the Sonic series.
Ooh.
Shadow's 5-hour campaign is separate from the Generation story.
I like that. Looks like Seaside Hill.
I
think they've taken level design from Seaside Hill though, like classic Seaside Hill.
Stages have all the fast-paced appeal you'd expect to get when playing as Sonic, similar to when new paths open up.
I love this whole open adventure kind of style, but they're still keeping boost in it. Not like what Omens did. Omens was terrible.
To open up even more pathways when returning to stages with abilities like the Doom Wings that let you fly.
Oh, you can use the Doom Wings in the Imagine going to the right at the start of Space Colony Arc Act 1 and flying with the Doom Wings.
Shadow's Chaos Control ability also creates fantastic moments where he does things like freeze time to destroy a missile flying at him in a flashy mini cutscene.
I wonder if you can use the wings to fly over that quick time event.
Play like classic Sonic with no homing attack or boost gauge.
Yeah.
Shadow keeps all his abilities for his 2D sections so they feel just as fast as his 3D stages.
Still don't know why they did 2D. Like, just cut it out and make a whole new 3D.
Besides the main stages, there are various challenge stages with objectives.
Shadow never has been 2D.
Destroy enough targets before reaching the goal.
I love the design, the enemy design. It's so creative. It's creative but original.
It's similar to Sonic Generations.
It's not like Frontiers where it was just
all of the challenges to
weird.
Acquire the keys you need instead of just one. I do miss the collecting of the Chaos Emeralds you get in Sonic Generations because some of them had fun rival boss battles against characters like Metal Sonic and Silver. But since Sonic is collecting them in his portion of the story, it wouldn't make much sense for Shadow to be collecting them at the same time.
Then don't complain about it. Don't complain about it.
With both campaigns combined, the total number of stages is now over 150, including traditional, challenge, and boss stages. That would take even an avid Sonic fan about 15 to 20 hours to burn through, and for
No,
those
it
looking for
wouldn't.
even more challenges,
No,
completing
it would
Shadow
take way
Games
longer
will
than
unlock
that.
a
It would
new
take about
option that
70
increases
hours.
The difficulty of bosses and challenge levels when replaying.
There is a lot more challenge gates, and a lot of them are varying in
Though
difficulty.
minimal, there are some new storylines that creatively weave between games where Shadow has appeared, tying them into big moments we've seen in past games, like Sonic and Shadow's duel in Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay, that cutscene, the new cutscene makes no sense with that
There's also a
cutscene.
healthy dose of new scenes filling in Shadow's past that reunite him with friends and foes, and offer more context to his storylines in games like Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay, so retconning the poor games. Not Adventure 2. Not Adventure 2.
To kick ass,
I was talking about Shadow the Hedgehog. SA2 is legendary.
and they always left me wanting more.
Chaos Control.
Like Sonic's, Shadows is made up of fun reimaginations
We've
of
seen
some
this.
of his best stages across past Sonic games. We've
I
got
love
new
how
versions of
detailed
levels like
it
Radical
is. It's not
Highway,
just
Rail Canyon,
big,
and
but it's
Space Colony
detailed.
Arc. And each stage is packed to the brim with creative routes that make good use of Shadow's old and
This is why I'm hopeful for Frontiers 2, because they're gonna make one massive island, so they're gonna put a lot more detail in just with that one island, so they can perfect it. Because if they have 5 islands, it's gonna be difficult.
abilities. He begins with this iconic Chaos Control ability, which stops time, including the stage timer, and allows
Bro,
you to outrun
don't.
hazards
Alright, whoever
like-
is dissing Kirk Thornton, he is so good. I don't care. Like, he's not as good as the other Shadows, I know, but for what he's doing, it's incredibly well. Like, props to him, man.
train, stop groups of enemies in their tracks so you can dispatch them with ease, or use the new Chaos Dash to reach strategically placed shortcuts.
I love this new
From there,
ability.
you unlock Doom abilities
I
that
love
give you
shortcuts.
options for movement and combat. Without going
Oh, they're
into
even adding the
spoiler
old
territory, One of my
timers.
favorites that you get about midway through the story is Doom
Okay, thank God they're not making the challenges all 2D. Thank God.
Surf. This power makes water levels a lot more fun by giving you
Sounds like such a
shadowy
Sonic
manta ray that can spin attack through enemies
Sonic
and
team thing to
objects.
do, but
These abilities are handed
not.
out after finishing a group of stages or an
New
area's
people.
boss,
Amazing
and they
people.
come at a fast enough pace to keep things consistently interesting and different from what came before.
yeah, that. Oh my God, the Doom Chaos Spears.
There are also some creative and enjoyable new versions of boss fights, like a metallic dragon that has you chasing him on the water, knocking
You
trash
mean
into
Metal
him, and
Overlord.
charging up
Just
so you can
call him
unleash
Metal
chaos
Overlord.
control and land some real damage with a homing attack.
I love the presentation.
I wish
I
there
think
were
Frontiers said Sonic Team, hey, you made amazing boss fights in that game. Now go crazy with the presentation. And they did.
more of those, but those that are here make excellent use of the most recent Doom abilities and are all
I like how they're
fantastic.
like, it shows like L1, R1, press the square button. Like, it's showing that it's like AAA.
Additions to the collection of egg
Look at that,
robots
like that
and
there.
various
It
other
looks
bosses from
like
Sonic
highly
history.
professional. Obviously, the OG. I love this
In fact,
fight,
the
by
only
the way.
stage that broke my momentum and reminded me of the missteps of modern Sonic games was the
Still don't like that animation with the popping balloons, but it's not a major deal. Like, can you please just make a better homing attack animation? Please, it's awful. I mean, not the enemy one. The enemy one with Shadow teleporting is so cool, but that
Sonic
one
Front-
on the balloons is terrible.
Tears 3D stage. It feels empty compared to most of Sonic X Shadow generations, and had an over-reliance on a new sludge-based upgrade for Shadow that reminded me of one of my least favorite Wisp powers from Sonic Colors. Other than that, though,
You mean, bro, Frenzy was the best Wisp in the whole of Colors, and I didn't even like Colors. Don't diss Frenzy, or okay, or else I'll, or else I'll send a rocket into your house. Rocket.
I enjoyed replaying every stage to find optimal paths, gathered collectibles.
They need to fix the speed of wall jumping, because wall jumping is still terrible in Frontiers. That's one thing I hated about Frontiers, the wall jumping.
Keys to unlock secrets
Like, oh my god, I hated it so much.
in the hub world, and improve my
It
runs
broke
until I
all flow of the game.
earned the coveted S rankings.
But yeah, the presentation and like the flow, the style, the UI, the graphics, the gameplay, the innovation, it's all there. It's perfect.
Sonic
I love
X Shadow
it.
Generations also evolves the all-white hub world of Sonic Generations.
The
by
animations, and I also like how they're able to dip their toes. Like, imagine if 06 was made with the things that we have today. I think 06 would be a much better game. Story would be complete garbage,
taking
but
it from a
oh my
2D
god, it'd
plane
be
to a three-dimensional one that expands outwards as you complete all the stages in a section and its accompanying boss.
Oh, even the UI for like collecting the
In between
rings.
stages, I'd spend some time exploring the hub world to see what chests I could open using keys I'd collected, as well as completing various optional activities like collecting 100 rings in a short amount of time to unlock multiple rewards, like artwork,
I love
music,
that.
or journal entries about
I hope they do an update roadmap for this game.
characters
It deserves
and the
one.
events of Shadow's life.
Like, get an infinite boss fight. So like, I don't know, Q1 of 2025 we get infinite, Q2 we get Zavok. Zavok, I don't know, just any boss fight. I don't know, Dark Gaia?
Besides
Please.
the McDonald's toy called the Shadow Grinder from 2003 and a DLC stage in Sonic Forces.
I love how they're
episode
like paying respect to things that aren't even in the games or aren't even canon. Like the Terrio skin, for example.
This is the first time we've gotten multiple full 2D Shadow levels, and it was interesting to see how his expanded moveset impacted their designs. Abilities like Chaos Spears allowed me to hit switches from a distance to open up alternate paths, while Doomsurf
Oh, it looks so good. It looks so
of Sonic
good.
games that a lot of people don't
That
enjoy.
Sunset Heights.
You can just surf right on top of the water until reaching land.
Oh, the flow. I get it, it's water, it's a
Finally,
joke,
I have to
but
call out that the music accompanying our favorite hedgehogs as they race
Yeah,
to the goal line
music is peak.
excellent.
Music's peak.
The guitar riffs for stages like Radical Highway and Space Colony Arc return and are joined by some fantastic tracks like Crush 40's All Hail Shadow and Sonic Heroes Rail Canyon.
stop you now. To bring you down.
One of my
Such a good
favorite
song.
elements of the Generations games is selectable background music for every stage and challenge. So if you only want to hear
Oh, okay, good. I was worrying about that. So glad they've got that.
even learn across every stage like the Crush 40 Sicko You Are, that's me. You can do that. The only catch is that you have to find some of the music tracks in chests scattered across Shadow's hub world, or by collecting the musical notes and red rings in Sonic's to unlock them.
Oh, so it's a mix.
But
I
that's
like that. That's awesome. I love the mix.
Price I'm willing to pay.
That was a collectible I haven't seen before.
Sonic X Shadow Generations takes an
I wish they like, because like people are gonna be like, okay, Colors Ultimate was terrible, so we can't do anything better to the graphics in Generations. You can, because it was worked on by Sonic Team. It wasn't worked on by Blind Squirrel, so you could trust them to make the graphics look better. Maybe the Switch just has the original graphics, because I think the Switch is the equivalent of the PS3 or 360 graphics.
already excellent game, and Spring jumps it to
Excellent.
new heights at a blistering pace by
By the way, I already know the review score, so it's in the thumbnail too, so
pain length with creative level design, fantastic bosses, plenty of collectibles, and an
I'm so
appreciable
excited to play this
graphical
boss fight. I mean, I've already, like, partially played it, but I couldn't
While the
play the
brand
full
new Shadow
thing.
content isn't necessarily long on its own, it adds a
I
nice
can talk about my first impressions of the game in a separate video. Maybe the video after this, if you want to subscribe, and you could see it. Yeah.
change of pace to the collection of all-time great Sonic stages Generations already contained. And there's an exciting new story that's filled in as you explore the overworld.
I love the cutscenes so much.
Activities and challenges.
You can tell Sonic Team got a fat bag when they released Frontiers. Like, you could tell.
Bulked up remaster source far and above previous enhancements.
Even just, like, the
we've gotten in
graphics,
Sonic
like-
franchise, and hopefully will be the
People just think I'm saying this just for the sake of saying, like, oh, look, the graphics. Yeah, no, always graphics always gonna look good. No, the graphics in this game are so good, and I think it's the lighting. It's not even, like, the way it looks, because they're trying to, like, not make it look crazy so it runs on Switch. That's why Frontiers was kind of a bit janky, because I don't think it was put in mind for Switch. Like, it was, like, put at the end. Like, they really bulked it down and said, okay, we can put this on Switch. I like how they put the Switch first this time, because the Switch gameplay looks perfect. And I was actually reviewing an emulated version of the Switch, so that just shows how good it was.
Sega holds itself to when it decides to bring back other Sonic games from the past.
Oh, even the music. 9 out of 10. We did it, Sonic fans. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. It's peak. It's peak. I told you. Oh crap! I didn't mean to hit my mic. All right, we're gonna be having a Sonic Diddy party. I can't say that. Okay, so yeah, great review. Finally, IGN actually redeeming themselves. I mean, I was a little bit disappointed with their Frontiers review. They should have given it a 9. No, not a 9, an 8.5. But that's my opinion. you know, so...
For more,
Yeah.
check out our reviews of Super Mario Paint.
Yeah, so that was the Frontiers review. I loved it so much. Okay, now we're going to be going on to Metacritic, and I'm going to show you a couple, the meta score currently. And the meta score does not disappoint, 80. Now, I thought this was going to be higher. I thought it was going to be about 83, 84, but the meta score will go up as time continues, or it might stay at 80, it might go down to 78, which is still really good. But if we go PlayStation 4, nope, no, Series X, okay, 80. Anyway, yeah, all of the other systems don't have reviews except PS5 and Series X. PC? No critic reviews. Yeah, well, Shadow Generations, we've won. We've officially won. We've done it. We've cooked. Now, Sonic fans, we all have a massive party at my house at Green Hill. So, we're not going to Green Hill. In fact, we're going to burn Green Hill down because we've had too much Green Hill. Let's go to Capital City from Sonic Forces. Probably should burn that down too. But that, honestly, Forces deserves more respect. Now give us the infinite DLC. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Ensure to subscribe. Please subscribe if you like the video, of course. And like the video. If you like the video, of course. I'm not forcing you to like it. And yeah, I want to know what you guys think about the Metascore in my opinion. We've officially won. Like, we've won this. I'm retired now. I'm gonna be doing a playthrough tomorrow. So, be tuned.
Chaos Control!